And we'll hear from a comedian who runs one of those clubs later in the programme.
Just looking ahead, 7:43 the time, just looking ahead to what's coming up a little later on. When the first Toy Story film came out, it is 30 years ago today, by the way. Millions of children all over the world were looking for that Buzz Lightyear toy. Right at the top of the Christmas list, of course. Lots of parents went to infinity and beyond. That was the phrase, wasn't it, to find one. So we're having a chat this morning about iconic Christmas gifts, whether there was something you desperately wanted. Maybe it was something you didn't get. 8:48 the time now. From Trivial Pursuit to Tracy Island, everyone remembers that one must-have Christmas gift from their childhood.
30 years ago today, the film Toy Story was released, and by Christmas, parents found themselves going to infinity and beyond to secure one toy, the Buzz Lightyear action figure.
So we've been delving into the archives and have the original news report from 1996. Have a look.
To infinity and beyond is the distance some parents are travelling to find the Buzz Lightyear toy.
We've come all the way from Gibraltar to get it, but you don't have any in stock.
Phoned up earlier in the week and they said they'd sold out last week. They were getting some more in the middle of this week. So I come out today hoping that they were here.
And we were looking 3 weeks for Buzz, and we got here and they haven't got any.
The release of the Toy Story video has caused a stampede for merchandise, and Buzz Lightyear in particular. With just 3 weeks to Christmas, Hamley's store in Regent Street is completely sold out of the large Buzz Lightyear doll.
Catastrophe of intergalactic proportions, to be perfectly honest, and in the words of Buzz Lightyear, we just cannot get any more. And everybody who comes in is looking for the large talking Buzz figure. To be perfectly honest, if we had even one, we could arrange the most amazing charity auction.
With Buzz Lightyear absent from the shelves, parents are choosing the next best thing. Sales of Action Man and Barbie dolls are still high on the top 10 list of favourite toys. The Association of Toy Retailers admit it's difficult to predict what will be a Christmas hit.
There's always 1 or 2 bestsellers, but there are thousands of items available. I mean, if you, for example, took a Barbie range where there's 25 different Barbie dolls, how do you predict that one in particular is going to really sort of fly off the shelves?
Buzz may be flying high on this year's Christmas wish list, but like his pal Woody, he could soon find himself consigned to the bottom of the toy box. Amanda Harper, Newsroom South East.
I'm being very careful now. Paul, good morning. Paul
Good
Reed
morning.
is from the Toy Retailers Association. Can we just see?
Don't touch.
I can touch it.
You can.
I can. Yeah, I can touch it.
You don't know what's
Here we
going to
go.
happen
Listen,
when he touches it.
All quiet, because Buzz has got things to say, right? Here we go.
As a member of the Space Ranger Corps, every day is an adventure.
What else can Buzz say?
He's got lots of phrases. Keep pressing his button till you get to the iconic phrase.
Okay.
To infinity and beyond.
There you go.
To infinity and beyond.
Little music as well.
That's it.
There would be a lot of children who've been made so happy for so long with that toy.
Well, back in the 90s, you know, I saw your article this morning. You couldn't get this product. You couldn't get it. So, you know, here he is, a real live Buzz Lightyear. So, yeah, they're chatting about toys from yesteryear.
Yeah.
The must-have toys at Christmas. So I've just brought some samples along.
Nothing's changed really in terms of people wanting the popular toy of the moment. You know, I think of Buzz Lightyears, I think of Furbies, you know, the Madness Cabbage Patch dolls.
Oh,
do you remember those in the 80s? I remember watching news reports in the United States of massive long queues and people fighting over Cabbage Patch dolls.
We had a similar situation in the UK. Well, the thing about toys, some of these toys are classics, and they you know, some are 70s, 80s, 90s, they just keep coming back. Parents, grandparents remember how they felt, you know. Little girls with My First Tiny Tears, boys with their action vehicles and action figures.
Did you have a Tracy Island, Charles?
No.
Oh, you see, back in the day. In fact, Blue Peter, this was so rare, Blue Peter actually made,
yes,
you know, in the programme,
they
made all various from household bits. I remember Thunderbirds 1 being made out of a toilet roll holder. It was just fascinating.
Now, who we got here?
You've got Dipsy there.
Dipsy, of course.
Back in the day, every child wanted one of the infamous...
And does Dipsy do anything? Is it Dipsy make a noise?
Not that original one. So
no.
toys, technology's changed toys. So this makes light and sound. Back in the day, it was just basically a plush item. Cuddly, eyes closed. But nowadays, with the technology, you've got electronics in it, it's got light and sound.
And if we're going even further back with Tiny Tears over here, Tiny Tears did do things.
Drink and wet.
Yes.
But it's very basic, her eyes closed, and you gave her a drink of water, and she did wet.
The Corgi toys here.
So every little boy in the 60s wanted to be James Bond. And this was the original Corgi James Bond DB9.
The simple things in life are the nicer things, aren't
Absolutely, 100%.
Are we allowed to take that out of its box?
they? No.
No.
OK.
No, I got these samples from an independent retailer in Rushden, Osborne's, and all these are his vintage toys.
I can't blame you for that at all, because there's a reason, you want to keep them absolutely perfectly intact.
This is, yeah.
It's a funny one, though, isn't it? Because on the one hand, it's amazing you've got these items that are that old and well looked after. In a way, though, they should be played with. Shouldn't they? I mean, they are toys and they should get knocked about and,
100%. So what some people do now, they'll buy 2 or 3. So they'll buy one that they can play with, they'll buy one that they can put on display, and sometimes they'll buy one to go in the loft because they think it'll be, a kind of collector's piece in years to come. So Star Wars.
What was the... I mean, you say Star Wars, so often like films, or as in the case of... Which one's this, sorry?
No.
This
Teletubbies.
Which one is that?
That's Dipsy.
Dipsy. In the case of Dipsy, I'm getting in my ear. Come on, now, you should know your Teletubbies.
Do you want Dipsy? Would it be helpful if Dipsy was a bit nearer?
Oh, colour-coded. Look at that.
Hey, we're matching it, aren't we?
Which camera are you on there? Camera 2, there we are.
There we go, there we go. Spot the difference.
Camera 2's working well.
But my point was that once upon a time it was, I don't know, adverts in newspapers that would drive this, and then there were films, and then there were children's television programmes. Now it is kind of social media, isn't it?
It's when I go back 30, 40 years, it was driven by TV, it was driven by, what was on BBC, what was on the other channels. But now children have got so much content. You see little ones on their iPads.
Does it dilute then? Because there's so much out there. Does it dilute, the idea that it was always going to be Buzz Lightyear that year?
It's harder for us retailers to kind of predict what's going to be really, really hot. Back in the day, you could see through advertising, through kind of the media, what was going to be a really popular toy. It's really, really difficult now. As toy retailers and toy manufacturers, you have to kind of look at and start planning almost a year in front. And children, as I said, so much content, they can switch from one thing to another.
Well, social media is fickle.
Days, and it's so hard.
So how do parents and Father Christmas, how does Santa get it right?
OK, so it is massively challenging. And what we do, I work for an organisation that supports Dream Toys, where we predict and help parents, grandparents, gift givers find what we believe to be the must-have toys this Christmas. So we have a panel of industry experts made from buyers and analysts that come together, and we're there to help mums, dads find what's going to be hot this Christmas.
How can you say Dipsy doesn't do anything? I've just been looking at Dipsy's. Can we see Dipsy's got eyes that kind of that sort of? You got a close up on Dipsy.
Does Dipsy wet themselves?
No, Dipsy doesn't do that. Don't offend Dipsy. But look, Dipsy's got eyes that kind of. You see that kind of go up and down a bit.
I think we know what Santa should bring.
Of course, he would have chips inside and everything, wouldn't it?
All the sound chips.
Thank you for bringing all this stuff in.
What was your toy that you always wanted and maybe you never got, Santa never delivered, or that you absolutely treasured?
Well, as a young man, I was into sport, so I loved Subbuteo. The one that I couldn't get right, my nemesis, was the Rubik's Cube. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that.
And it's even today. So
we won't take you back into that torture now.
We thank you very much, Paul. Thank you. We did ask you to send in some pictures of your most cherished toys, and you've delivered. This is Barry and his brother with their Thundercats lair. Oh, yes. His parents said they searched high and low, finally finding one for a small fortune on Christmas Eve.
So here we are with Nick, who desperately wanted, there we go, a rally chopper bike. He was 10 years old. Oh, so he's only just got this one. He's 58 now, but there it is. I hope it's in use. It looks like it's almost up as an exhibit, but I hope that's being used.
Better late than never. I think there might be storage. We've spoken about the 30th anniversary of Toy Story. This is Cale with his beloved Buzz Lightyear, age 2. Cale turned 18 this week. Don't know how happy Cale will be. No.
Who goes there? Friend or foe?
There you go. You just want to
Hello,
chip
my
in.
friend. How are you today?
I could do this all day.
Thank you for all your contributions. It's been a joyful moment of nostalgia. We'll be back with the headlines very shortly.